We're discussing about some nature of phenomena from our last class onwards. Of course, we learned in that lesson different type of nature of phenomena, how those natural phenomena occur in our day-to-day life, and also we learned which are destructive phenomena, which are non-destructive phenomena, how much the damage is giving to our human life. Such like we discussed, and also is there chance to protect ourselves or not, and also is there stop to those destructive phenomena, and also we learn how much destructive is possible by occur the natural phenomena, such like, and also we discussed about what are the secrets to form, what is the main thing to form the destructive phenomena by the nature. Such like we discussed about different type of destructive phenomena. In that, especially two destructive phenomena we discussed. What are those we discussed about? Lightning and earthquake. Lightning and earthquake. By that means we learn much about that earthquake, means lightning and earthquake. What are the precautions to take while those are entering our life, where they are forming by the nature, how to protect ourselves, what we want to do, what we should not do, what are the devices to measure such as those, what is the intensity those, by what intensity those are forming, such a way you discussed it in our past classes. Then coming today, we are going to talk about some of the solutions in that lesson, some natural phenomena. Because we may write the test on this particular lesson, some natural phenomena. Let's see what are the solutions to talk on that lesson. Which of the following cannot be charged easily by friction? Then coming to that, what are those? A plastic scale, and a copper rod, and an inflated balloon, and a piece of wood. See here what I'm saying. Which of the following cannot be charged easily by friction, by rubbing against any two substances which cannot easily charge, which cannot easily get the charge? Which is that? See here, a plastic scale, a copper rod, an inflated balloon. When you rub this plastic scale on the surface of polythene cover, we observe that the plastic scale accumulated some meter on the surface of a plastic scale, that plastic scale carries some amount of the charge. And the copper rod also, when you rub on the particular surfaces, of course an inflated balloon, when you discuss about to rub on our hair, rub on the silk cloth, such a in different positions, piece of wood. See, these compared to those all what we discussed, those are able to get charge by friction, by rubbing each other, And one more we can say, see here, a piece of woolen cloth. So we have observed the piece of woolen cloth and rubbed on the surface of woolen cloth with a bonnet rod or amber. We already observed different type of charges are acquired on that. So, but only a piece of wood only not charged by rubbing against any surface. Only which is not getting charged. Piece of wood only not getting charged. It is only not getting charged. So what we can say? Which of the following cannot be charged easily by friction, which is a piece of wood. Never get means cannot get easily by friction. Cannot be charged by easily friction. Means by rubbing against each other by induction. Okay, understand? See here what I'm saying here. The piece of wood not charged by the friction method, by transfer of the charges. By transfer of the charges, which is that method? Frictional method. Okay, by that method, the piece of wood cannot be charged easily. Understand? Coming to that, one more we'll discuss. See one more. When a glass rod is rubbed with, when a glass rod is rubbed with a piece of silk cloth, the rod. When a glass rod is rubbed with a piece of silk cloth, then what about the rod? See here what I'm saying to you. Rod and the cloth both occurs positive charge. Rod and cloth both acquire. What I'm saying? Acquire positive charge. Positive charge. And coming to that, becomes positively charged. Becomes positively charged. Becomes positively charged. While the cloth has a negative charge. While the cloth has negative charge. And coming to that, what I'm saying to you, and the cloth both requires negative charge. Both acquire negative charge and becomes negatively charged while the cloth is opposite to the second. So what I'm saying, becomes negatively charged where the cloth has a positive charge. So write the fourth point. See what I'm saying, when a glass rod is rubbed with a piece of silk cloth, we already observed that experiment by doing that activity. What we observed, see here, so the glass rod becomes positively charged because we observed already after rubbing with the glass rod on the silk cloth, while we are bringing the silk cloth near to the tiny type of paper, the silk cloth near to the tiny type of papers, the tiny type of papers are attracted by the silk cloth, means which are showing attraction, means magnetism, or otherwise what we discuss electrostatic force, that body carries what? Negative charge. So the rod becomes positively charged, while the cloth has a negative charge when you are rubbing rod with help of piece of cloth. When you are rubbing the rod with a piece of cloth. Here, a glass rod is rubbed with a piece of cloth, silk cloth. The rod becomes a positively charged. At the same time, what happens? The silk cloth becomes negatively charged. So rod becomes positively charged while the cloth has negative charge. Understand? Coming to that, like charges attract each other. So I have to mention which is true, which is false. A charged glass rod, attracts a charged plastic straw. Attracts a charged plastic straw. Plastic straw. And coming to that, lightning conductor cannot protect. Lightning conductor cannot protect a building from lightning. A building from lightning. And coming to that, one more, earthquake can be predicted. Earthquake can be predicted in advance. Predicted in advance. See here, which is true, which is false. Which is true, which is false. Like charges attract each other. Is it sure? When we brought light poles of a magnet, we observed they both are repelled each other. They moved away each other. When we placed unlike charges, means unlike poles, when we bring near to that, we observe they pull each other, they attract each other. So same as the charges, like charges never attract each other. Like charges never attract each other. They may repel each other. So answer false. Coming to that, a charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic straw. Of course, see here, a charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic straw because of plastic straw acquired. What is acquired? By rubbing on the charge, no. So when you rub glass rod on the surface of the silver, you got of positive and the plastic straw will get negative. Both will unlike charges, so they may attract each other. So what about answer? True. Lightning conductor cannot protect a building from a lightning. Is it sure? If the lightning conductor is not protect from the building, then why you want to install to the walls when you are constructing the house? Is it or not? Of course, lightning conductor is a device. It can protect from the damages of or effect of lightning. So they said cannot. So it is answer is false. Actually, it works to protect us from the lightning. Earthquake can be predicted in advance. Predicted means we know well before the formation of earthquake. Is it? No more. We are estimating. We never estimate when we are getting earthquake. We cannot predict in advance in our future. Okay, where earthquake forming by how much intensity. Okay, if we know well that what happens, we may protect ourselves by escaping the earthquake. Is it or not? So we know where it formed by how much intensity. By using a particular devices, we can measure seismograph, seismoscope by the seismologist. So earthquake cannot be predicted in advance. So it is also false. It is also false. Understand? Are you sure what I am saying to you? See there. See here what I am saying. Suggest three measures. Suggest three measures to protect ourselves. To protect ourselves. To protect ourselves from lightning. From lightning. What I'm saying, suggest three measures to protect ourselves from lightning. What you want to do to protect ourselves from lightning? Can you predict? We discussed a number of precautions, number of measures to protect ourselves, number of things we discussed to protect ourselves from the effect of lightning. Is it or not? Of course, when you are inside of our home, when you are outside our home, is it or not? When you are inside of vehicle, when you are in forest, is it or not? Of course, let's we talk about some of the measures. What are those? One, if you are in forest, we should not take shelter. We should not take shelter at taller trees. We should not take shelter at a taller trees. Understand? We have to take shelter at a smaller trees. And second thing, we should not, what happened? We should not take shelter or stand at beside of the huge buildings and huge walls and towers. Understand? And next thing, if you are in open field, we have to clap during the thunderstorm. We have to clap on the ground during the thunderstorm. Next thing, if you are in bus or car during the thunderstorm, you have to close the doors and windows. You have to close the doors and windows. Understand? See here, how many you are talking about that? What are the measurements we have to take to protect our, is it or not? To protect ourselves from the lightning, is it or not? And also we can talk about one more. We have to, if you want to take shelter at any home, we have to take shelter at a low height of the house. Low height of the house. See here, how many we are talking about, and if you are traveling, of course, wherever, okay, what I'm saying, you have to take shelter. What I'm saying, you have to take shelter at inside of small houses. And one more, if you are in forest, if you are in forest, take shelter under small trees. And one more, what we can say, close doors and windows of a car and bus during thunderstorm. Okay? Should not take shelter at not take shelter at beside of the walls and the building. And if you are in open field, you have to clap on the ground. Okay, like by taking these measures, we can protect ourselves from the lightning. We can protect ourselves from the lightning. Understand? Coming to that, one more. Then coming to that, explain why a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. Whereas an uncharged balloon is uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon. See here, you have to remember whole because we are going to write a test. Going to write a test on this lesson. You must learn those. See here what I am saying. Explain why charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. There are two situations why charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. See there two situations. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. That is one thing. Another thing is uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon. These two things are there. We have to explain why those are attracted, why those are repelled each other. Understand how to explain those? Why? Because we have to write what we can see here. We can write first thing is what they given to us. A charged balloon. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. Charged balloon. So this is the first thing to explain. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. What is the reason to talk about that? What is the reason? See here. Reason. Why they have to just why they have to explain why they are, how they got great than us. How means we can write how like where they are rubbed on the particular surface, like we can talk about. Take an inflated balloon and rub on the particular surface and bring and take another balloon, an inflated balloon and rub on the surface, bring those two and we may observe water, like we can. But we can write direct reason. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon because of the two charged balloons are considered same charge, same type of charge. The two charged balloons are considered same charge, same type of a charge. See here reason. A charged by another charged balloon because they have what they have same type of charge, same type of charge means what you can write, they both have like charges, means their charges we can call their charges are calling like charges, when like or same charges are in contact, they may move away from each other. They may move away from each other. We know already what? We know like charges repel, like charges repel each other. Repel each other. Each other. Are you understand what I'm saying to you? See carefully. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. A charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. That only I written here. See, a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon. That is why? Because repelled. They ask the question why? Because what happened? Because they have same type of charge. Same type of charge means what? Their charges are called what you can say, called like charges. Called like charges. When like or same charges are in contact, they may move away from each other. We know that like charges repel each other. Understand? When you are bringing like charges or same charges are in contact with each other, they may repel, they may move each other. They may move each other, they may repel each other. Understand? Due to the same charge present on the two charged balloons, that's why they are repelled each other. They are repelled each other. Understand? Are you understand? Coming to that. See, one more, we'll talk about that. A charged balloon, is it as uncharged? A uncharged balloon is attracted by charged balloon. Is it or not? Let's write that. Another thing, I understand first statement. Coming to that. What I'm saying? Uncharged, an uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon. Charged balloon. See there what I'm saying? An uncharged balloon. An uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon. So for that reason, what you have to write, see there one, what I'm saying to you. Uncharged, an uncharged balloon is what happened? Attracted, what happened? By a, what you can write, charged balloon. An uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon because they have different type of charges. Different type of charges means these charges are called, what you can say, unlike, what you can say, unlike charges. When unlike charges are in contact, they may move close to each other. We know what we know. What we know, unlike charges are attract each other. Are you understand what I'm saying to you? An uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon. What I'm saying? An uncharged balloon is attracted by a charged balloon because of uncharged is not consist any charge, means it consists free charge, neutral, and charged balloon consists negative charge. When you bring that charged balloon here to the uncharged balloon, it makes the conduction to attract by showing the free charges, means positive charges. See here, so they have different type of charges, means their charges we are calling what unlike charges. When unlike charges or different charges are in contact, They may move close to each other. We know that already. Unlike charges are attract each other. Unlike charges are attract each other. Understand? See carefully. So, however that we are ready to answer for whatever. Understand? Are you okay? Then see. One more we'll discuss. Let's discuss one more question. List 3 states in India. List 3 states in India where earthquakes are earthquakes are earthquakes are more likely to occur. More likely to occur. Likely to occur. We have to say 3 states in India. 3 states in India where earthquakes are occur mostly. Where most of the earthquakes are. Where what are the which states are located in fault zones, weak zones, or seismic zones. Those we can say what are those? Kashmir, and Rajasthan and Gujarat. What I'm saying? Gujarat. These 3 states are mostly what is? Mostly getting earthquakes. More getting earthquakes in India. These we can say most probable what is? Seismic zones. Most probable earthquake zones are otherwise we can say seismic zones. Means most of earthquakes they get in India where ma? Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat are the 3 states or India occurs earthquakes more. Okay, coming to that. I'm coming to that one more. Does your habitation lie in earthquake prone area? Explain. Does your habitation lie in an earthquake? Lie in an earthquake prone area. Explain. What we have to do? See there what I'm saying to you. Does your habitation, where you are staying, means your living nature, is lie in an earthquake prone area? Means where there is a probability to get earthquake, where there is an area which is related, means which is a prone area for the earthquake, means big zone for the earthquake, or fault zones or seismic zone. Then what about, does your habitation lie in earthquake? What? Yes, I live in Krishna district. If suppose, what you can say answer? See, does your habitation lie in earthquake prone area? Explain. How, like, see here, what we have to do for that? We can say yes, because before we said YSR district also is located in what is second zone of the prone area. See there what I'm saying? Yes, I live in what we can say YSR Kadapa district, means Andhra Pradesh. Otherwise, we can write what? Krishna district, we can write, not a problem to that, because Krishna Delta is the most probable area to get earthquake. And coming to that, according to seismic hazard map, according to seismic hazard map, Andhra Pradesh lies in seismic zone. Andhra Pradesh lies in seismic zone 2 and 3. So what we can consider here, Krishna and Delta is a second zone, of course. YSR district also in second zone. What you can say, YSR Kadapa district is in zone, lies in zone what? 2, means zone 2. Such a like information we can write. Does your habitation lies in earthquake? Is your habitation is your living nature? Living is in earthquake prone area, then explain. Yes, of course, we live in a water in this particular district in Andhra Pradesh. Of course, according to seismic hazard map, okay, it is located according to Andhra Pradesh. What happened? Lies in seismic zone 2 and 3. Andhra Pradesh is located in seismic zone 2 and 3. Means there is a probable to get water, probable to get earthquake in Andhra Pradesh in second stage and third stage. Means it is a rare causes. It is a rare causes. Understand? And the seismic hazard, according to seismic hazard map. So that's why YSR Kadapa district lies in zone 2nd. Third, which is city of Hyderabad. Understand? Okay. This is the information about if we are living in earthquake. Of course, we are living in earthquake prone area. About our information, how it is. Understand? Okay. Coming to that, let's talk one more. Coming to that, which place in Andhra Pradesh experience earthquake most of the time? Which place in Andhra Pradesh experiences earthquake most of the time. What we can say in Andhra Pradesh here, in Andhra Pradesh, Ongole and its nearby places. Experiences earthquake most of the times. The intensity of these earthquakes, the intensity of these earthquakes, how those the intensity of those earthquakes lies between 5 to 7, lies between 5 to 7 on Richter scale. on Richard scale. Richard scale. See here, which place in Andhra Pradesh experiences earthquake most of the times? Which place in Andhra Pradesh experiences earthquake most of the times? In Andhra Pradesh, Ongole and its nearby places experiences earthquakes most of the time. So in the intensity of these earthquakes, where in Ongole and its nearby places are lies, okay, between 5 to 7 on Richter scale. The intensity of the earthquake, how much? 5 to 7 on the Richter scale. 5 to 7, all will learn. 5 to 6, 6 to 7. 5 to 6 is given what happened? Huge destruction, more damage. 6 to 7, around 100 kilometers from the tremors, from the seismic waves. It gives a damage on the human life on the earth. Understand? People live on around the 100 kilometers from the tremors. So such a like damage it will give. Understand? This is the place, water, that is a place to form water. Earthquake found mostly in Andhra Pradesh, which a place experiences mostly earthquake in Andhra Pradesh. Mostly in Andhra Pradesh. Understand? This is that. Coming to that. See, when does a piece of matter, what you can say here, have a charge? What I'm saying to you? When does a piece of matter have a charge? When it consists, generally, matter is a substance. Matter is a substance. Matter gains electric charges or losses, then its acquired charge. Substance can lose or gain the electrical charges. Lose or gain the electrical charges by transferring the electrical charges from the surface of those matter. By transferring, what happen? How like those transfer between the materials? By rubbing on against any surfaces, the materials will transfer the charges from one surface to another surface. That charge transferring, the transferring of charges produces a force that we call what? Electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. What is electrostatic force? A force between charges of a body. A force between charges of a body is nothing as electrostatic force. What is that? Electrostatic force. Understand? Coming to that. So before we discuss this one question, when you brought two objects with the same charges, when you brought different charges to close to each other, what will happen? When you brought same charges, when you brought two objects which are having two same charges, and if you brought two objects which are having different charges, see here, this is two bodies and these are two more bodies. So A, B, C, D, the names of the bodies. These are having same charges, and these are having different charges. When you brought contact to each other, what I'm saying to you, when you brought contact to each other, what will happen? See here, what will happen when you brought contact to each other? See, when you brought two objects which are having same charge, when you brought contact to each other, when you brought two objects in contact which are having same charge, they may move away from each other. they may move away from each other because of the two bodies are having same charges means they have a like charges. We know already like charges can repel each other. That's why the two bodies can repel each other. The two bodies can repel each other. Understand? Coming to that, what I'm saying to you, when different charges of your bodies bring contact to close each other, contact to each other, what will happen? So when you brought two objects in contact which are having two different charges, means they have two different charges. When they have two different charges by bringing contact to each other, we may observe them both may attract each other. When you brought two objects in contact which are having different charges, we may observe they both may attract each other because of they both are having unlike charges, different charges. So unlike charges, we know well about unlike charges are attract each other. Unlike charges are attract each other. Have you understand what I'm saying to you? Is it or not? Of course. Okay. See here, by bringing same charges of a body, different charges of bodies. We know well, same charges will repel each other, different charges will attract each other. Understand? Okay. Then coming to that, next we'll go to talk about. We are going to talk about we have to give some examples in our day-to-day life where you observe the transfer of charges. We may observe when woolen cloths are wearing and tearing of the woolen cloth. We may observe one type of a plucking from our skin, one type of irritation from our skin, plucking from our skin. So by that, what is that? The hairs are plucked to the woolen cloth due to the transfer charges between the cloth to hair on our body. Because of so the charged means the woolen cloth rub on the surface on our skin, the hairs are attracted to that by transferring the charges. By that, sometimes if you perform this activity in dark room, you may get what a crackling sound and also sparks are producing from that. Understand? Of course, we may observe in different lights during earthing. When you're earthing a wire into the earth, by means excess electric current when it passes through our home, by making earthing to our home, what happens? The charge will transfer to the earth. And also by lightning, the discharge of negative charge from the clouds to earth. That is also transfer of the charges. Is it or not? In different ways, we can talk about the transfer of charges in our day-to-day life. Okay? Then we'll talk about what are the solutions to prepare well. Okay? What we finish that we have to recall well. We have to learn. Okay? Understand? Then we'll see in the next class. Have a good day to you.